Stephanie Schwelt, Doctor of Physiotherapy and recognized USEF physiotherapist. This is my little quarter horse Henry. He's going to be obliged to help me today and be my little model. I'm wearing a visualized technical sportswear jacket, which I use in most of my assessments when I'm working with riders. I really love it because it really helps me see exactly the points on the rider that I need to focus on, where they're weak, and it really picks out everything. It has lots of nicknames like the Jacket of Death or the Cloak of Truth. So those are just some of the names my clients have come up for the jacket. But what I want to show you guys today is what I look for in a first session with a client. Usually in my first sessions with clients, I'm looking at their alignment in the saddle. How are they sitting in the saddle? Are they sitting off to one side? Are they curving one direction? Is their trunk rotating in one direction? If somebody's sitting off to the side, a lot of trainers will say, get your seat bone in the saddle more, but sometimes depending on alignment, if a rider's seat bones are not in alignment, then they physically cannot get that seat bone in the saddle, and that's my job to figure that out. Other things that people will say is get your right shoulder up, and sometimes that has to do more with where the hip is than the shoulder itself. So I want to show you guys from the back a couple of things that I see, and then what I look for while I'm watching somebody ride. Okay, so one of the things I look for is how is somebody centered in the saddle? Are they sitting off to one side? Believe it or not, I have seen riders way off to the side like this. What happens then is they're gripping with the left knee, their right leg's completely off. Also rotation, what the jacket helps with is figuring out where a rider is sitting rotationally. So it will show me here which way a rider is going based off of their trunk rotation, this way or this way. Another common thing that I find is a trunk curve like this. And I'm over exaggerating all of these, but usually a trunk curve for me is indicative of a weak hip muscle here on this side, so specifically gluteus medius muscle that's not able to hold them upright. But also it could be weak trunk muscles here, so obliques and transverse abdominal muscles that's not allowing them to hold up this way. The last thing that I'll see is somebody sitting off to one side, but then their whole trunk is leaning straight to the other side. And usually with riders like that, I'll find a tight hip capsule, which just means that the hip joint itself and the fibers that surround the hip joint are tight, and they need some manual therapy to get that loosened up, which I have some great techniques for. So thanks for watching my video. Go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click any of the links below to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and my website.